Hello viewers, in our previous session we tackled the image. Well, today we'll be handling image 13. Let's get the AutoCAD, just straight away. So this image is basically circles and a use of angles. So I'll get straight to drawing my circles. Now, if you notice in the image, in the drawing, the image in the book, the circle with radius of 6 has different property. It acts more of like a guideline. So you can use layers here to actually make it stand out so that you don't get confused. So what you do after clicking on layer properties, you come here the first command to create a new layer. You name it whatever you want to name it. You can change the color here. Okay. Then the type of line. There's just one basic type here where you can load other presets. I'll use dash. Okay. Then I select the loaded line, click OK. You can edit the thickness of the line. I think I'll go with the default, and then you can do for transparency too, but 0 transparency is okay for me. So once you are done, you just close it, select the line, come down here, and then you have your guideline there. You select it and you click the standard. So you know by the time you are done with your image, you have to delete this line and you have to be confused during the drawing. Alright, so let's continue. So let's use guidelines to get the angles. The angles are multiples of 30. So we make that change here. There's a preset. There are preset angles intervals for AutoCAD. So we have 30, 60, 90 here. So that's what we use. So from the center to the left 30 degrees is too much. Okay. Now placing the same to the right. Yes. Go back to our original layer. You can decide to call it type, line type, but it's technically called a layer. So we have 2 circles there. The radii of those circles were not given, but you can use 2-point circle looking at the nature of the image to get the radii. So let's first extend this line. So just type EX and press enter for the extend command. Extend it. Okay, extend that. Then we go back to our 2-point circle. So first point here, second point, you have your circle. Do same for this. Okay, you trim out parts that you don't want. basically we are done with the rest of these two circles. There you have it. Yeah, alright. So actually we'll still be using these two lines, so we'll have to extend them again. Then extend it there. Alright. Now we have two more circles. Then carry diameter, so radius of 3, radius 2. There we have it. So we have circles that are 30 degrees apart. So let me just go old school. Alright, let's do some small mathematics. The entire circle is 360 degrees, and we have circles that are 30 degrees apart. So 360 on 30, that's 12. We can just get an array of this line and let it repeat itself 12 times. There you have it. This is it. And then we now get our circle. Alright, first change the layer. That's the little bit of headache I have working with layers. The continuous change you have to make. Radius of 10. Yep. No. Love the challenge though. Look, 1.6. Spotted it. Sorry for that. You gotta have a sharp eye. Okay, so you copy the selection from this point. Just click to paste. You don't have to go around drawing circles at each point. This command allows you to edit each one individually. Alright. Gotta be careful. What I'm doing here is basically I'm holding down the left mouse button and I'm dragging. So when using this, you have to be careful so that you don't cross into parts you don't want to delete. Alright. This now, that is another issue. When you use the array property, it looks like you've created copies. However, AutoCAD sees all those copies as a single entity. So once you select it and you delete all those property lines or whatever you array, they instantly get deleted. Now let's continue editing. Let's trim out all these bits. And I'm still waiting on for your feedback. If you prefer the tutorials where I do less talking, or you want where I give a commentary while drawing. Alright, so we are done with that. Next up, 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 lower circles sharing here in alignment angle wise with the lower 5 parts of this. Alright, each one with a radius of 1. Let me try something crazy. Remember, there are 5. So after the center one, 2 on each side, you have your 5. So what I did was just select, press N and then enter to move it, and then I press enter to repeat the move command. Yeah, so that's it. There's my trick where I'm from. We call this Takashi. Yeah, trying to look for efficient ways to get the job done. Sometimes it might not be ethical, but once you get the work done, no one really. Okay, now this part that I've been trying to skip, I finally still gotten to it. We are now going to work on those 2 circles in the center. So let's switch back to guideline layer. We have 1 to the center, and then another one is 10 degrees apart. So we have that here. Then so what you should notice is that you are seeing 40 degrees here, but actually if you can see the angle reading, you see that it's from the right x-axis. That's the positive x-axis. So from there, reading 0, 10, 20, 30. So the point where our measurement was taken from is 30 degrees, sorry, from the positive x-axis. So if we are taking 10 degrees from that then gives us 40 degrees. So this is it. Alright, now that then gives us where we need to trim off on this line, and we can just take off these parts. And normally, you would want to delete the remaining part, just delete the whole line, but I prefer to just leave these 2 bits, then come and change the layer. There you have it. So we repeat the same for the other side. Or we select these two lines and put an array. Remember, polar array or circular array. Specify the center. We want 3 copies. Press enter. That's the way for us. Then we exit. Change. Well, that's the headache here. We can change the layer. Alright, then let's just change the original layer here. So we are working with this layer. That will work. So what happened at first was that the array was created using the active layer, not the layer of the selected component. Alright, there you have it. We trim out. There you go. Like this. There you have it. Looks like genius or whatever. I'm a computer engineering student. This looks like mechanical engineering something. Alright, thank you for your time. We'll see ourselves on the next video.